My name is Dera Harvey, and this is how I plan to meet the National League for Nursing Nurse Educator Competencies. The first competency is to facilitate learning. To effectively do this as a teacher, I will provide a variety of teaching strategies for the different types of learners. I will use evidence-based teaching strategies, recognize diversity in the classroom and in my students and in its influence on teaching them and on how they learn. I will continue to be a lifelong learner myself and reflect on what I can do to continually improve the learning process. I will create opportunities for critical thinking in the classroom and in the clinical setting. And I plan to show enthusiasm for the learning process to help motivate myself and my students and model what it is to be a lifelong learner to my students. The second competency is to facilitate learner development and socialization. To help do this for my students, I have to be able to identify their learning styles and their needs and provide the resources to meet those needs. I will also aid students in setting learning goals and coach them along the way to meet those goals. I will create a learning environment that is conducive to learning and to understanding the role of nursing. The third competency is to use assessment and evaluation strategies. I will provide a variety of formal and informal assessment techniques to be used in the classroom and in clinical settings. This helps with students who test in different ways. I'll also provide timely, constructive feedback for my students to help build them up and not tear them down. Of course, using evidence-based assessment and evaluation strategies. And my strategies will be appropriate to the learner, and my assessment will be appropriate to the learner and to the learning goal. Don't ever evaluate students on information that you did not teach. That's very frustrating for the student. The fourth competency is to participate in curriculum design and the evaluation of program outcomes. I will help formulate and participate in contemporary healthcare-based outcomes, listen to what employers need, and work with them to add this into our programs. And don't just use the same old curriculum when you take over a class. Be willing to come in and keep things current with the trends. Curriculum must also reflect the institutional mission statement and be based on sound educational principles. Be willing to revise the curriculum as needed, and then I will work within and outside the program to design and implement quality improvement processes. Don't always assume that you know what's best. Be humble and seek input from others. The fifth competency is to function as a change agent and a leader. I will implement needed and effective change. I will work at the state and national levels to address educational needs and goals. I will continue to develop my own leadership skills in order to model for students and to be an effective shaper of change. Don't just sit on your laurels and expect change to come to you, because it will pass you by. The sixth competency is to pursue continuous quality improvement in the nurse educator role. To do this, I will commit to self-improvement in nursing education. I will get involved in mentoring programs, both as a mentor and a mentee. I will be involved in committees like the ethics committee and work to improve policies related to students, faculty, and the educational environment. And I will also garner feedback from students, peers, and administrators to improve the nurse educator role. The seventh competency is to engage in scholarship. To do this, I'll take part in nursing scholarship, seek out evidence-based materials. When designing scholarly curriculum, I will share knowledge with others and write proposals, get involved with journal writing. It's always best to have an inquiring mind and to desire to know more and to grow the profession of nursing into a body of factual, evidence-based knowledge. The final competency is to function within the educational environment. To do this, I will understand and advocate for political, institutional, and economic trends in nursing education that have the best chances of affecting the decision-making process. To advocate for nursing on the political level, I will also set my own goals as a nurse educator, incorporate those into with the goals of my employer, network within multidisciplinary teams, and always be professional and respectful. And that's how I plan to meet those competencies. Thank you.